What's up guys, my name is Keegan Hanks, back with another video on my channel where it's dedicated to elevating my performance as much as possible in the 800 and the mile distances. For the last 8 years, I haven't done any training for track and field. I've purely been bodybuilding style training, and this is my comeback story of trying to get as fast as I was in college. I don't know if that's gonna be possible, and I would kind of be at the elite level if I did that. So let's get into today's video. Today I want to talk all about like my shoe setup that I have right now, and this is definitely not what I would suggest for anyone just getting into it. I'm a little bit of a tech snob and I love new things. I love trying out new things, and I think that enables me to then talk about these different things and why something has worked for me and why something may not work for you. So let's just get into it. To start with, the first shoe that I got when I started running is this Brooks Hyperion Max. It's a really comfortable shoe. I've enjoyed it thus far. It's not really made for the way I run. I prefer to run a little bit more on the forefoot, so landing something like here, maybe even here. This shoe is really meant to be a rocker, so you can see this. You land somewhere in the back here, and then you rock forward. That's really not how I run. It's been a really good shoe. I found it to be very comfortable and very fast, just not kind of ideal for my style of running. The next kind of daily trainer I got is this Adidas SL, Adizero SL rather, and that has been so tremendously comfortable. I've loved running in that. I've done most of my longer runs in that shoe. It's just crazy comfortable, a lot of cushioning, and it feels very good throughout. So highly recommend getting that shoe for a daily trainer, and it's not that expensive, which is the best part. You're gonna be putting a lot of miles on the shoe regardless of the event you're doing. So it's good to find a shoe that is comfortable and works well for you. That's not gonna be really expensive. I think I bought 2 pair of these for $120. So $60 each. I got the uglier colors. The other one I have is orange. Just because they were $60 instead of the regular 120. The next shoe I got is definitely something that I would recommend if you're looking to start racing at some point, and it's a super shoe. So this isn't your traditional super shoe that you'd usually see on like marathon runners. This is a 5K to 10K super shoe, and essentially what a super shoe is, it's going to have a different style of foam. So usually a running shoe is going to have an EVA or a TPU foam, and then each shoe company is going to have its own style of foam, but essentially it's a more stiff foam that's going to give you a lot more responsive feedback, so a lot more energy transfer. And then the main difference, the main benefit of a super shoe is the carbon fiber plate. Most super shoes are going to have a full length carbon fiber plate, and essentially what that does is it creates a lot more rigidity in the shoe and giving you a much firmer snapback when you run. So like I'm trying pretty hard to bend the shoe and that's all I'm getting. Versus like my daily trainer, I can bend it all the way without any real hassle. So that's my first super shoe. It's something that I do really fast workouts in, or when I start racing like 5Ks this summer because track season's over, I'll probably use that shoe. The next one is probably my favorite shoe, something I was most excited for when I bought it, but it's definitely overkill for me and it's not going to be used to the max capacity, but I still love it, and I ran my 20-minute kind of easy run today in this just to try it out because I was so excited when it came in the mail. But it's the Adizero Pro 2s. No, these are the Pro 3s. So it's a brand new racing shoe, predominantly for marathon runners. Is generally where you're going to see people using the shoe, but it is just so fast, so bouncy. Again, it's got that carbon fiber plate in it, and I don't know, you can kind of start to see it right there. I don't know if that focused, but you can start to see the carbon fiber plate right there. And again, it's just crazy stiff. And this foam is that really stiff, responsive foam. And comparatively to other really high stack height shoes like this is just so light, just feather light. Love that shoe. Super excited to keep running in it, but definitely overkill for me. The last shoe I have, and something that I'm not using just yet because I'm not really fit enough to make use of it, but it's going to be my racing spike. So the reason why I bought this now is predominantly because it was on sale. So generally this spike is going to go for like 180, and I was able to find this, I think, at Running Warehouse for like 76 bucks. So I was like, I don't think that's gonna happen again. So I picked it up, and this is just an absurd spike. Like I said, I haven't ran in the last 8 years, and spikes have come so far since I ran. And pretty much this is very much like a sprinter's spike. So it's really, really meant for toe running or forefoot running. And there's not really much going on in the back heel here. So you'd be really high up on your toes the whole time. And then I don't know if you can see, but it's pretty much see-through all the way around. Crazy light, crazy stiff. Again, this is gonna have a full-length carbon plate. Most racing shoes are gonna have full-length carbon plates in them, just because there is such a huge benefit that comes with that. Most research has shown that they're gonna provide like a 2 to 4% improvement over just a traditional running shoe. And also the injury prevention in your body, not through any special means other than it's such a rigid shoe. So your Achilles, your calves have to work far less to actually propel yourself forward. Again, that's not something you would want to train in daily because you are limiting the uses of these muscles, and over time that could also atrophy those muscles and then cause further problems if you were ever to not run in a super shoe. So it's a great shoe. Super shoes are great shoes to race in, but they're not shoes to really do daily training in. Maybe a couple hard workouts here and there, just so you're comfortable in that style of shoe when you do go to compete. It's kind of crazy to not think that you're going to use them when you go to race if you are training for best performance, because simply adding a shoe and getting 2 to 4% faster without doing anything else, it's kind of crazy to leave that on the floor. So highly recommend getting some super shoes and using it for a couple workouts here and there. And then if you are going to race this season in the 5Ks, 10Ks, or even further, highly recommend them. So that's my favorite shoes, and I will